Greetings and welcome to another excellent World of Tanks video. Today is the final week of the season, so I had nothing to do since I completed the season and all these other challenges, the Patriot, Earn, etc. So I thought I'd play something weird, and I was going through my tanks and I saw the Mercenary STUBBS tank, which it's a weird tank, as you can see. It's got that, tiger shark mouth, one of the Frankenstein tanks, put together, to be something unique, for contract purposes. Don't know when this tank will come back. It's kind of goofy, but it's also surprisingly good. A fun tier 5 light / medium tank. So I played one game and had a good result, which was fantastic because I just wanted to goof around with it, and if I had a good result or one that was useful, I could make a video from it. And well, here we are. So it would be real helpful if you could leave a like for this video. It would also might be helpful for you to tell your friends so they can see this, because there's a good lesson in this game of how to play a light tank when you're the bottom tier. So why don't we go check it out. Now, as you can see here on my profile, I played some Absolution games, which I'm going to use for another video, right after I played this one. And before this, I played some 38H Commander missions. I literally only played one game of the Stubs today, and you're going to see it. So I thought that was, kind of funny to show you. Sometimes you just get lucky, all right? Anybody can claim they played one game, had a decent game, and do whatever, make a video. You're looking at the proof. That's the only one I played. Welcome to Live Oaks. All right, now here we are, and we're bottom tier. So you're going to see me down here near the bottom, in my tier 5 Stubs. And we have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tier 6s. So as a bottom tier light tank, I'm going to have to be primarily a spotter. Take shots if I can get any good shots, and hopefully not die. So that's the mentality. And this tank has decent speed. Not super great, but decent. Crazy. That sniper is crazy. And he's dead. So I achieved my job, and I got spotting points for that. I spotted that guy. But it cost me, and this other guy killed me, this other Hellcat. What a freak. So, right off the bat, I got the worst possible luck. Okay, I could be dead, but being alive, this is about as bad as it gets. So, it's time to realize that I've got to be very careful to maintain life. Because that 105 Hellcat is a freak. Drilled that BIS though, for half his life. And at this point, it's going to be just like, I got drilled by this chaffee. But what's happening is here I'm scoring with spotting damage from spotting those guys, and my snipers are just ripping them a new one. And that's the lot of the light tank. You have to take some chances, get some spot. At this point, I was thinking, you know what? I got winged hard, so I'm going to go back and make sure nothing happens to my artillery for the time being. Let things thin down, what have you. I'm still alive, and I might have some useful function on this left side. Because that right side, I had bad luck. As you can see, I'm almost dead. I was trying to be a little more fancy than I should have been, and that's what happened. Guys made lucky shots, and, you know, I'm hurting as a result. But you're not dead yet, so keep going and see what kind of help you can be to your team. You know, like I said, it's a real solid tank. Kind of fun to play. This is not the greatest idea in town, but I figured he's busy fighting other guys. I'm going to sneak in here and get a shot or two. Yeah, it didn't work. So now we're only up by 1. But he's dead. KV-1 destroyed. And I really didn't contribute to that, but I tried. You know, it's hit and miss. Now you notice my guys are not exactly spread out, so they have made some kills, so we're up 3 guys, so that's fantastic. So I'm coming back to the right side of our position, you know, in the Charlie 3-4 area. See if I can get some spots or what have you. There we go, there's a medium jerk. I'm circling this guy like a buzzard. Fantastic. The key thing, really, all the time, try to help your team. You're not having a great match, and I'm not having a great match. Can you help your team? The answer is yes. Well, do whatever you can to help your team. And that's what I'm doing here. Smoked it. Nice shot. Hey, sometimes you know you'll be MVP, sometimes you won't. This one is one of the won'ts for me. But that's okay. You're in the match, do the best you can. And then we're on this guy, he's toast. Now I caught a glimpse of the artillery when he was like an E1 or D1. So he went up the 1 line, and we got a guy at D1, so he didn't go, he either went directly south. I don't think that was the case. As you're seeing, I think he drifted north into the cover of the buildings, and son of a gun, there he is. But the game ends before I can shoot him. What are you going to do? You do the best you can under the situation. Stayed alive, real good stuff. You know, did a great job in spotting, and you'll see that here. Good shooters, you know, a sniper, and the T-34-85, which is a good tank, good solid medium tank. They were the stars, and rightfully so. Okay, here we are at the end of game screen stats, and I can't complain. You know, I didn't have the greatest game, took like 3 big shots that almost killed me, but I stayed alive. Got to stay positive. I switched my ammo before the match to just straight premium and just forget about garbage rounds. That's one of the bad things about this game. They give you garbage rounds that won't do damage half the time. So it's just another way they can cheat you. But I make it back elsewhere. So I lost 5,000 silver. So, okay, whatever. But, got 6,800 plus commander points, which is nice. And that's actually kind of hard to do because I only had a regular commander. I don't even know how that happened. That's a lot of commander points for a regular 1-star commander. Real head scratcher. And that commander comes from the caboose. And that's why, his name was Hidden Death, but I added the caboose on there so that would remind me what mercenary tank he originated from. The one that came with the stubs, I didn't care for it and got rid of it. So, but as you see, 363 damage wasn't what my specialty was. My specialty was, and I told you in the beginning, as the bottom tier or light tank, spotting will be my forte, which it was. I had the best in game 5 detections and best in game 1,300 plus spotting. Solid. As you see, I got the spotter medal for spotting over 1,000 damage. Finished top 5. Can't complain because, what can you say? I'm not exactly a superstar tank, but I did well, got a long haul qualification, survived the match. I would have done some more damage on that artillery, but whatever. I'm not complaining. It was just one of those things that it just happens, no big deal. I guess let's look at the setup for this tank for the future. I don't know. So here, basically speaking, here's the thought process. Speed and speed with the powertrain and attraction. Spotting, I have a 442 vision range in this tank, and the commander himself doesn't have binoculars, so he could go up a little bit more. And the only thing I saw that was useful to me was the stabilizer bar, which increases your accuracy during rotation. As you can see here, 1.08, not terrible. It's not great, but it's kind of solid. So you could circle a guy and basically drill them confidently. That's really what that tells you. That was the main thing. Although, I'm going to look at this and see. Yeah, this tank, as you can see, doesn't have any kind of reload help. The camouflage net really is not that great because you're a light tank. You're going to be spotting people. You're not a sniper. So that's why I didn't go for the camo. Now here I went for gold repair, enhanced rations for commander purposes, obviously, and crew performance. Because as an open air cockpit, like you see here, you don't get a chance to use the fan. So you really need that enhanced rations to help your crew with a slightly better aim, slightly shorter reload time. I went with gold first aid. I could have gotten away with white first aid regular. So I'll leave it like this, and if I play a handful more games, I'll reassess the ability, because I would have made money if I would have had just the regular white first aid, because my crew didn't take any damage. It was just my tank that took damage. So here's our crew commander. Let's take a look at what we have here. Alright, 10% bonus with quick learner. Reload. Born Leader helps your reload and your accuracy and your vision, you know, and your camouflage rating. So this is accuracy. This is defensive. The only defensive thing you can add to your tank gives you 5% less damage. Controlled impact, which allows me to ram, of course, and also defends me against ramming. And another key one here is fire prevention, because this tank had a 20% fire chance, and this drops it down with the help of the Born Leader and the enhanced rations. And you'll see it, I'll show it to you, it's like 12%. So if you look here on the upper left hand group under the yellow stubs, you'll see it says stubs again, top forward speed, top reverse speed, horsepower, power to weight ratio, and then internal fire chance. It's 12%, which was reduced from 20. That's what fire prevention was for. So that was the key there. You know, that reload time is 7.7, isn't that great? But it's got a semi-strong gun. So it's pretty good. In a tier 5 match, you know, you can play this more like a medium tank, you know, or a more, you know, heavily armored version of a light tank. So it's a little versatile. And like I said, it's a good tank. As you saw here, I was in the bottom tier, and I did quite well, actually. So I hope you enjoyed this game that I played. Like I said, it was just a random game. Nothing weird was going on. So I figured I'll, you know, let me play this. It's an enjoyable tank to play. It's pretty solid. I didn't even have a great game. Still finished, you know, top 5. And like I said, the lesson is that even if you didn't have a great game, you could still help your team, which I did, and, you know, end up top 5, which was fantastic. So I want to thank you guys for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. Tell your friends. Let them check it out. Maybe they'll learn something. Maybe they'll leave a like or subscribe, what have you. So look forward to seeing you guys again in the future. And I am out of here.